Good morning. Spicy morning indeed. We have some really big economic indicators coming out today. I'm up early. You know what that means. It means that the spice is hot enough. It means enough is going on to get me up out of bed before my normal time. So it's great to have you guys here. Please smash the likes and subscribes while we're live. Helps YouTube push this out to more people. Really does work. I really do appreciate it. It's not placebo. Real quick, let's shout out, guys, to our new sponsor, BingX, giving away $100 to the first 100 signups under my link. So check that out. Market Cypher, as always, and Bybit, our boys, keeping our lights on for us during these darkest of times. That's done. We're done. We're good. Make sure you're in the Discord, follow me, etc. Smash likes and subscribes. Let's go. So core CPI and CPI data came out today, as well as initial jobless claims in about... My watch is dead. I looked at it really smartly, like about 2 hours, an hour and 15. We're gonna have crude oil inventories. That's gonna be another pretty big economic indicator. I have Zero Hedge tweet up here. Some people like this format better. Hot. That's about right. So CPI month over month, 0.4%. They were expecting 0.2%. That is a decently sized miss, actually. That's bigger than what we usually see in the misses. CPI year over year, a little closer. So we're seeing 8.2% versus 8.1%. Now, why is this a big deal? You would think, well, if they expected 8.1, why is 8.2 a big deal? Basically, how I'm visualizing this, how I'm seeing it is the Fed has been taking steps month over month with very aggressive monetary policy, very hawkish stances, as we've seen Chirpow. Can't wait for Chirpow on November 2nd. Tune in. Talk to us and tell us everything, all the sweet words we wanted to hear. And this is why, and we're going to take a look at all the markets. All the markets are dumping today, except for the dollar, of course, dumping upwards. Why are they reacting this way? And I'm viewing it as they've done all these aggressive stances. They've tightened monetary policy. They've started quantitative tightening. They continue to raise rates. And it's not working. Inflation is still coming in hotter. That's really the caveat. It's not so much the number specifically. If it was 8.3, would that be worse than 8.2? Of course it would, but I doubt it would have a very different impact, as the underlying tone is all of this pain, all of this blood, all of this hawkishness isn't working. Inflation is not under control despite how many interest rate increases have we seen now? I actually don't know off the top of my head. I would say we've had a lot in 2022, and they aren't getting us closer to our goal. Now, this does, I wish I had thought of this earlier, just kind of winging some of this. We talked about this months and months and months ago. The Fed needs to get their interest rate, historically at least, to within 2% of inflation or CPI. At the rate they're going, it's going to take a very long time. They're not at that goal yet. In fact, let me see, Fed interest rate. Let's see if I can find just this chart here. Here we go. No, I want a chart, not a spreadsheet. Is this it? Maybe. Close enough. We'll use this. We'll use this one, I think. Despite moving to above 3%, let's see, we'll just say 3%, the market is now looking, after today and after the FOMC from last month's notes were released, at a 98.3% chance of a 75 BPS hike. They're starting to even potentially factor in a 100 BPS hike on November 2nd. It's interesting. None of the data, and actually one of the things we didn't touch very much on, and I'm not going to really, initial jobless claims. Forecasted 225K, a little higher than forecasted, nothing substantial. It is greater than the previous. I would read this as unemployment. This is worse than expected, it says. Better than expected. What is investing.com? Where are you getting this from? Better than expected? A higher number doesn't necessarily mean better than expected. Anyway, I guess worse than expected. Let's see what the news articles are on this thing. Yeah, unemployment. Initial jobless claims rise. Okay, so I guess I'm seeing it differently. I think that unemployment going up is good, and not good because I want it to happen, but good because that's one of the major indicators the Fed is looking for to begin easing their hawkish stance. I guess this site's like seeing it the other way as maybe more realistic or more in line with reality, is that unemployment is a bad thing. You need people or want people to have jobs. We're in a very interesting setup. We're not seeing these steps that are supposed to be effective. We're not seeing them effectively tackle a problem. And that is worrying and creating uncertainty across markets. If you guys were here for the Kevin Svensson collab, love Kevin, shout out to Kevin. He pointed out something that I really liked, and I'm going to bring it up again, is from the 1980s when when interest rates peaked at 20%, we saw over the last 40 years, essentially, I was about to rip on myself, essentially a rug pull crypto chart. So high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, basically at zero from 2010 on until 2018 or whatever. We began hiking them, dropped them down to zero again, and now we have the first higher high here. And this is pretty spicy. This is showing us, even Kevin said, this is a macro shift. This is a macro shift on the Fed. This is a multi-decade shift. We haven't seen a higher high on our Fed funds rate since the 1980s. So we are in some very strange, very uncertain times. What else I wanted to look at today? I like this. Zero hedge markets puke as CPI sends rate hike odds soaring. I just like that they use the word puke because at this point, I think we're all sick of this. We're all sick of this, and I think puking is really the right verb for what's going on here. Most importantly, says this article, rate hike expectations have soared with a terminal rate now over 4.85. I do want to take the L here. We did get ratioed. We were looking for 420 terminal rate just because blaze it. Speaking of which, smash the likes. Let's get 420 likes on this bad boy. But it looks like we undershot it. 4.85 now. Critically, the market is pricing an 18% odds. That's interesting. That is deviating from what the other source on investing.com says. 18% odds of a 100 BPS hike in November. That is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. You guys know I am of the opinion that the Fed is going to pivot at some point. I've never claimed to know when. At some point, they certainly will. You can't just keep doing this forever. And I'm still very skeptical at their ability to continue doing this when they're not seeing results. We are not seeing inflation get under control. We aren't seeing the markets really cool from what they're looking for. And they just keep smashing. They just keep smashing everything. As these interest rates continue to move up, we're going to see disadvantaged countries default on their debt in USD as it becomes harder and harder or near impossible to repay those debts. This is a storm. This is quite a storm. 30-year yields are nearing 4% for the first time since August 2011. This is a great article. This is like the whole stream. I just read this. 10-year yields spiked back above 4%. I have that pulled up. 10-year yields at their highest. U.S. bonds at their highest 10-year yield since when? Looks like quite some time ago. 2008. That could have been way crazier. I was thinking farther back. 2008. Let's go back to that. The article's sweet. It was writing the whole thing for me. 2-year yields are testing 4.5%. I think that was higher. I think it's actually higher than 4.5% now. Maybe I'm wrong. 2020 what? WTF. US 2. I hate the names of these tickers. These tickers are annoying. Actually, it looks like it did trade slightly higher. Let's see here. Slightly higher on the 2-year, up to 4.53. And yeah, I mean, the article's still on point where we're sitting at 4.5%. That's huge. That's massive. The dollar surged higher. Of course it did. Definitely hasn't broken its this month or last month's high yet. Let's take a peek though. Nope, not yet. Sitting at 113, looking threatening. I tweeted maybe a day or two ago and price kind of stayed the same on Dixie. Dollar looking to retest its highs. Absolutely looking that way now. They say don't fight the Fed, and I agree. However, I also have a deep distrust I have a deep distrust for Mr. Chirpow. I think he's doing his best, but Chirpow has now created a history of kind of incorrect forward guidance, telling us kind of what we want to hear over what is actually happening. And so there's some kind of loop there for me, or loophole in the logic of, they aren't seeing the data they want, and they keep saying, well, until we do, we're going to keep doing this. We haven't been able to trust what they've said in the past. And I have a feeling we can't trust that either. I don't know what that means. Maybe we will have to see years of interest rate hikes, but something about that just doesn't add up. It doesn't feel as if the world can even handle that. I don't know about you guys. I don't think the economies can handle that. We're already seeing chaos, and we're not even like a year into this. It's quite a shit show. Let's be realistic. This article's great. I'm going to go to Zero Hedge more and just read off of it. Gold slammed lower. See, this is just like spoon feeding me all the charts I should look at today. Gold slammed. Nice. Bitcoin did slam lower as well, breaking its kind of local low there, but we haven't seen significant downside in my opinion. We haven't breached 17.5. Same with gold. We haven't seen 16.6 broken, but actually pretty spicy here. Look at this descending trend line. It was in the charts, man. That was in the charts. October 4th, hit that trend line, moved back down. Pretty neat back test of 1675 here. And looking to go lower. Still leaning lower on gold personally. Not really looking for upside until some of this resolves in the market. Let's actually take a look at Bitcoin quick before I get too out of everything. Pretty ugly daily candle. I think there was I took a very small position at like 19.1. I added a little lower here too, but I was looking for kind of this bet. I was looking for something like this, and this logically made sense to me. Let's see, we can get a nice 3-to-1. There we go. I was looking for something like this, so it's a very small position. I'm okay with it getting closed. That's okay. But basically making the bet that we see some kind of retracement before we see 17.5 broken. This is not looking great. This daily candle, extremely ugly. I do like the bottom wick here. Buyers did come in. I do like that we didn't break 17.5. Really, this trade was looking for some kind of maybe Wyckoff pattern where we do something like this. Break the high just to dump the low. That would be very liquidity grabbing. I could definitely see that playing. But so far, I mean, maybe we're looking to break that low. There's really no way to tell if we're going to go just by monetary policy. We're going to be looking for everything to keep breaking low. So let's take a look at our ugly stocks opening with some nasty gaps. That's why I went live a little early. I didn't want to miss too much of the market jitters. The market opening down 2%. Pretty wild. We have seen the S&P 500 do a little bit of a rally. Here's your issue, in my opinion. You can move all the way up to 3,576, and you're just filling that gap. Someone said that in the chat earlier. They were spot on. We may not make it there, though. You may not make it there at all. There's very little, in my opinion, that's going to be driving these markets higher. I think we're really watching for the dollar maybe into Friday, look to break out or at least retest that high. We've seen this happen before with a clean close at the end of the week on the dollar where you're like, boop, right back to the high, and then we start the next week moving up. That would be probably pretty fitting, in my opinion, of what we've seen recently. Pretty fitting. But stocks are very much down. Wow. Very much down. I'm looking for what? Supported about 3,400. 3,400 below in the S&P 500. Still the same freaking level we've been waiting for, and that's basically just February 2020's high before the March crash. To come back and test that, we've kind of been waiting for that. That would erase 2 years of gains, post-pandemic gains. Pretty spicy times, guys. Pretty spicy. Dow Jones opening with a similar downside move. Similar downside move. Little less exaggerated though. Let's see. Yep, 1.67% versus S&P 500's 2%. You're in the same boat. You've got a gap. You're seeing some bounce here, but is that bounce going to retake the gap? I don't know. I don't see it today. There's not a lot of factors that are really looking for that. I put an alert. We'll keep an eye there. What else have we got? Let's go back to that zero hedge article. That was rocking. Bitcoin plunged back below 19K. Yeah, it did. It did. Didn't break the lows. I mean, it did definitely break, and I'll bring this up. I was definitely watching at that 19.1 play. I was definitely watching right here, thinking, okay, we'll get some kind of relief. Maybe we'll end up closing it early at 19.9 or something weird. Did not happen. That's what I'm not digging this candle. I'd like to see it close higher today, but I'm not super optimistic. Not super optimistic. But what sucks is we did lose this low, and actually we lost all three of these lows, didn't we? Just slightly moving. I actually kind of like that. 18.15. I kind of like actually the way this looks. This is still bearish as anything, but I like that we've essentially built liquidity up, swept it by just barely hitting that stop, barely hitting 18.153, just below it, picking up all the liquidity, all the stop losses there, moving or at least closing higher here today. Actually won't be bad, and it won't be bad meaning we're going to like go to new all-time high tomorrow, obviously. I mean, that'd be dope, but it won't be bad in the sense of it would be a great way to gather liquidity again to move back maybe 19.5. I was definitely looking for a move up before this move down, and I was caught wrong. I was caught dead wrong. I do like that, though. I like the response. Let's see actually how... these are some ugly candles. They look really ugly because we haven't seen this kind of price action in a while. That's kind of cool. Let's all commiserate together, right? Ooh, it's the 13th, the spookiest of spooky days. I actually will be on BitBoy's AM show at like 11:30 today. That's why I'm glad I went early. Just fun fact. Fun fact. This looks interesting because look at all this. Look at this time we've spent so freaking tight. No volatility, just completely range bound, very slow moves. This almost looks like it doesn't belong here, right? Look at this block of 15-minute candles. Just little midget corn kernel candles in comparison. Yeah, that is actually pretty ugly. Dump down, run the stops, dump down, run the stops. See this resolving to the downside. That would not be ideal. Let's see if any of our indicators are doing anything here. RSI is pretty low on the 4-hour. That's not bad. Daily, we're going to have to see like a lower... We did slightly lower loan price. We'll have to see a lower kind of move to get bullish divergence off that. Could be worse. Honestly, I do think markets are overreacting a little bit to the Fed, to this whole situation. I think, especially when you look at stocks, like, I think they're overreacting. But that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what the reason behind it is. Like, overreacting or not doesn't change the chart, doesn't change the way it's going to move going forward. Markets are going to keep reacting the same way. If the Fed continues the same speech, they're just going to keep reacting the same way. What was I looking at next? Let's go back to this. Futures are plunging. Cool. This is the 8th market crash. Okay, so here's what I was looking for earlier in the stream. This is the 8th market crash response of the last 10 CPI days. Is that right? This is the 8th market crash response of the last... Okay, I was thinking they're going to say of the last 10 CPI numbers. I don't really know what CPI days are. What the hell is that? 5 days before midterms. When are midterms? Maybe I should know that. I thought they were later in the year. Oops. Let me close some of these. Let's see what investing.com, let's see what the news is going on. U.S. stocks tumble after data shows inflation continues to run hot. Not a surprise here, but not everyone is as smart as everyone out there. Not the whole world. The whole world is not as smart on average as all the viewers right here, especially when it comes to finance. U.S. CPI rose more than expected again. Core CPI up, we know that. Dollar hits fresh 24-year high versus yen. Okay, we could look at that. I didn't even pull up my currencies chart. So what do we have going on today on the currencies? Chinese yuan broke lower in the month. I guess that was the end of September. retesting or getting very close to September's lows, but no new low there. Definitely seeing sell-off, though. Canadian dollar still hovering above 2022, but putting in a fresh low this week. The SEK, okay, this I got an alert from earlier. The Swedish krona, putting in fresh all-time lows, right? Fresh all-time lows. Ah, so close. Why was my alert set at the wrong point? Retesting its all-time lows, we'll put it that way. Not great. Not great. JPY USD. So this is what we were looking at. I'm going to... I guess I'll make a new chart. Is it USD JPY is how people are looking at it? Because I keep seeing a whole number. Oh, wow. Laggity. Hopefully I didn't disconnect there. USD JPY. There we go. This is how I keep seeing news look at it. Both are valid. Doesn't matter. You can switch the pairs around. It doesn't change anything. The chart just inverts and the numbers are either decimal or whole number. I like the whole numbers too, though. Let's see. This is on the weekly time frame. USD JPY retesting 2000 or 1998's high at 147. Let's invert this. That looks suspiciously bad. That looks suspiciously bad inverted, doesn't it? It's not a perfect head and shoulders. I would have preferred to see this. You see a downside break. I don't think this is going to happen, though. Do you? Maybe it will, because this is, I keep forgetting I switched the USD and JPY. That'd be a pretty neat macro inverse head and shoulders that could spell for some more upside. All my indicators are gone. Cool. Oof, bullish as anything on Market Cypher. Shout out to Market Cypher. Simplifying the chart for me every day. Looks bullish as anything. Wow. Rest in peace, JPY. You were good. You were a good currency. I noticed on investing.com they have this heat map for Forex. I thought this would be cool to look at, but let's see. Daily currencies heat map. This is what I want to look at. So look at everything on USD except for GBP. Interesting. High above prior bar's high. I guess it's still bouncing. Did I miss that? Maybe it's only looking at like the previous day. That'd be really boring. Then this isn't nearly as cool as I thought. I do like the way it looks though. Everything is red against the GBP, it seems, today. Everything is red against the dollar today, except for GBP. Euro. I guess the euro's bouncing. This is actually a cool heat map. I take it back. I take the trash back that I talked about it. It's a neat, clean way to look at it. I don't even have the euro pulled up. Gosh, euro. So needy. All right. Euro is not up today. I don't understand. I don't understand how to read that heat map. Let's just pretend I didn't do that. Moving along. Moving along, sir. Let me do the news, latest. That's pretty much the summary of today. Dollar strong, Fed, no reason to go more dovish. We should expect 75 BPS or higher on November 2nd, the next FOMC meeting. Stocks, gold, Bitcoin down reasonably, as we've seen kind of predictably over the last few months. Not a lot else going on here. There's tons going on, but at the same time, nothing. We are seeing now S&P 500 looks like it is looking to close that gap, at least on like a 5-minute time frame, just brief looking. Same with DJI. So we are seeing markets actually across the board bounce. Problem being, they're really just returning to where they stopped trading yesterday. They're going to have to put on more significant gains than that. They're going to have to push a little bit higher to be convincing. Until that happens. No, not long. Until that happens, we're really just looking at what? The exact same crap. The exact same crap. Let's do something like that. FOMO it in. FOMO it in. Then we'll be a little more patient on this one. But let me see where those trades are that we placed in the last stream. I think those trades went pretty good. I think they went pretty good. That isn't one. Nice. Our triple Q, the saddest ticker, our QQQ, very meaningful for today, QQQ. Our trade was perfect. Our live stream trade, I think this was on the 10th. We were looking to go short off that little rebounce or little relief rally to 267. Looks like we're good. It opened at 255 today. Dang, we could have gone more, but that's always the case in trading. You could have made more. Yeah, but you could have lost it too. So there's a winner. I know we lost our Ethereum scalp long for sure. For show. I don't even know if it's on this chart, but I know we lost it. This is not the right one. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Do we have 420 likes yet? We should. We should. NASDAQ, how did this bad boy go? Of course, number 2. Back-to-back wins. QQQ, NASDAQ. We took the short at the exact same time. Just all these positions were at the exact same moment in time. Matic hit. Well, the entry didn't hit, but the play was right. I think I'm missing one more. Where are you? There it is. Matic, it didn't actually fill, but look at how beautiful this trade is. We did this at the exact same time. We were looking for 84.4 cents to go short. Price went to 84.43 before just dumping right to our 74-cent target. I would love to say that, this was a winning trade. It didn't fill, but I think this was a winning trade. That was a 12% upside. We only had a 3.7% risk for a 3.16 to 1. That is a awesome trade. I wish this would have totally filled. Here we go. And because I don't hide from my incorrectness, I don't hide when I'm wrong. We did have our long of that day stopped out. I was looking on Ethereum for 1,350 to then move back down to 1,280. Didn't happen. We got stopped out here. That was our one loser for the day. The rest closed in profit, 1.17%. Right on. That was a successful day of trading. And those were all like scalps. Those were all really low time frame. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. All right, let me see who's here. Let me see who's here. If you're here, put something in the chat. It's time to read the chat. What's up, B? Or no, B. P. Brearley. Brearley? The only person to have subscribed during this live stream. I'm still skeptical of that. But I'm happy that you're here. Who's here? Let me see. Are you here? We have 565 watching. That's pretty solid. 417 votes. What's up, JT Skinner? Peter. XRP is new Bitcoin, says Peter. Is XRP doing something? I'll look at XRP. I feel like you guys just like bait me into it and I open it and then I'm always like, it's just chilling. It's still chilling. It's still chilling. What's up, M Stone? What's up, baby? 12% on 5x, 60% exactly. Hope you're well, dude. What's up, Cryptogenic, dude? Doing great. Doing very good. Jerry Macy. How have you been, brother? It's been a little bit. Are you back from your wild, your wild expeditions? Patrick Leishman. Candle Mafia. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Love Frankie. Cryptoholic. Scott Lux. Surface from the abyss of misery. It's good to see you, brother. We're having some not old names, good names that we haven't seen in a while return. That's always interesting. That means that whatever's going on right now is spicy enough to bring the boys to the yard. That was really old. I gotta stop. I can't ever reference that again. It just dates you. Just such an old statement. Such an old statement. That's okay, because I like the Milkshake song. Still. What's up, Trevor Leahy? Hey there, boys. Sologenic is mooning. Coins chick. Steve-O. What's up, Steve-O? Do you trade gold? I don't trade gold because there's no volatility. And that's maybe the only thing that gold has going for it, is that it has no volatility. Like, even with breaking a multiple year support, it's like barely moved from that. We're basically right back at the multiple year support. So I don't trade it. I definitely use gold in my analysis. So Do you agree with November being the low? Chris Dalebrokes. So for what? So for like for what? Are we looking at the low for Bitcoin? Are we looking at the low for stocks? Because stocks have broken to new lows. And so to say, November lows for stocks, that could be feasible. However, for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, well, Bitcoin, let's stick with that. We haven't broken June's low. So we have to break June's low first for me to be even in that camp. In the camp. Total. This is not the right chart. Who else is here? If you're here, drop something in the chat, guys. I'm shouting it out. The girls and the girls. You're right. Why am I having so much trouble finding? It's like they've organized my charts differently. That's weird. This is just what I wanted to look at. Total has not broken its low either. So we're kind of good there. I mean, this isn't attractive. This looks awful, but the low has not been broken. It's been over 120 something days. Gasper, hit the likes for the 420 license. That's correct, my friend. And don't forget to subscribe. We're 2/3 the way to 100K to getting that check mark. We're going to get that check mark. That's right. Is it reload widgets? Let's do that. We're 2/3 of the way, and we can get to 100K with your help. It looks like we're going to beat Bitcoin to 100K. At one point, I thought Bitcoin was going to beat us or our channel to 100K. Now it's looking the other way. I'm okay with that. OpticalArt.com. Optical, where are you looking, brother? Optical is the bear to my bull, the yin to my yang. If you're looking for, he's looking for a long, I'd pay attention. It's kind of like when I look for a short, probably pay attention. If Steve's looking for a long, you'd probably pay attention. Because we're off of our comfortable or off of our preferred side. And so we're usually more confident, I think. Aaron Montel, thank you. Thank you, my friend. The milkshake's bring the voice of the art. And the gals. 5.0 Chris. Starting to feel like holding is not it and becoming a day trader, is it? I would totally disagree, but to each their own. To each their own. What's up, Cole? These discounts. They're deep. They're deep. Alton Henderson. I still don't remember giving Alton Henderson a lunch. I wonder if he changed your name. Either way, whatever. Kelly Boy, Patrick Leishman. Who else is here? Thoth. What's up, Thoth? Gabe. Alchemist, as always, my friend. Shering Technologies. Good to see Alex S. Hype for Alex S. Jeffrey Hammond. Just plain crazy. Checking in. William S. What's up, brother? Morning. Uptober. That's right. It is Uptober. All we have to do, I mean, it's Uptober for the dollar. Let's just backpedal. It's Uptober for the dollar. My dollar chart close. It looks like it did. Too many charts. This isn't even a chart. This is an old chart. Okay, getting rid of some of the charts. Uptober for the dollar. Let's get these rookie numbers up. That's right. That's right, M-Stone. I love saying that. Let's get these rookie numbers. Those are JV numbers. You know what? The dollar, interesting, actually. The dollar in today's trading day, yes, broke a high. It did break a high, and that's expected maybe of more hawkish evidence coming forward. What's interesting, though, is it didn't actually move. It's really just back to where it was. Yeah, we saw a looks like a very strong dollar hourly candle. Maybe this is flagging and it's going to break up more. I think that's a logical assumption. But if you look at this is kind of just what it was doing. The dollar not responding. And, I mean, it might be, as I said, into this day, we definitely could see it respond. But if you look at stocks, like opening 2% down, and then you look at the Dixie, 0.7%, that is actually pretty volatile for an hourly candle, but not really in proportion. If I were to look at just stocks and I hadn't seen Dixie, I would have assumed that Dixie was moving back up, that it was making a little more significant progress other than like just a slightly higher high that got sold off. So actually, I'm going to set a really tight alert on the Dixie for today because that's going to be extremely telling. If we see it push back up to 114, very good odds we're going to see more pain ahead of us. Man, I woke up to so many alerts. Smash the likes. That's right, GG Skinner. Zero Flux. What's up, man? Love the volatility today. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here, bro. Jesse, rejecting at the 786 fib retracement. You're probably not wrong. Probably not wrong. I have my chart on log. Do you have yours on regular? It's virtually the same. 13.7. I mean, yeah, we could say that. I think that's actually kind of fair. That's kind of fair. I'm not convinced that that is going to stop it, to be honest. I guess that's my hang up. It is right at 786. It's right where we fell and kind of found a lower high before falling. So not a bad spot, pretty reasonable spot to expect some kind of profit taking or resistance. I'm just not sold. I'm not sold that that's it. It's weird that it's not moving as volatilely, you know, because this should impact the dollar. I guess, okay, I'm stumbling, but this should impact the dollar more directly than stocks because it's specific to monetary policy. Perhaps, though, we saw that the GBP, the sterling, has had 2 green days in a row. The euro looked pretty neutral, though. Maybe that's why we're seeing some of this muted upside on the dollar. I'm not completely sure. That, or it just hasn't priced in yet. It's coming. Euro dumped at the exact same time. Okay. Let's see. Ronan Costello. What's up, my dude? Is there a yellow X or market cipher B on the 3-day for BTC? I do not know off the top of my head. Let's take a peek, my friend. So yellow X is going to be on market cipher A, not market cipher B. I think that's what you're talking about, though. I see no yellow X. Is there a yellow X or market cipher B on the daily? I see no X. Dang, market cipher B caught that. I caught that blood diamond. Yikes. I'm going to pay more attention to blood diamonds in the future. Let's see, like the 1 day? No. Nada. Nada. Below the hash ribbon bands, the EMA bands. I'm not seeing any yellow X's. Maybe the week? Okay. Actually, this is kind of cool. On the week we have it. I did not notice this, so shout out to you, my friend, Ronan, for getting me onto this. Let me clean it up. Check this out. So I don't use the A as much. I really am a B guy, giggity. But from what I've observed, it is pretty common to look at these yellow X's, and I think maybe they're titled market manipulation. I don't know. Doesn't really matter what they are. But what we've seen is in downtrends, and let's see if we can find it on the weekly. You might not be able to find it at all on the weekly. These are the first yellow X's ever on the weekly. That's uncomfortable. That's very uncomfortable. That's tweet-worthy. Why? Ew. I'm going to have to call CryptoFace and be like, dude, what's happening? I think I should tweet this. Am I tripping, or are these the first yellow X's ever on the weekly? I might be tripping. It is early. It's before my wake-up time. Good morning, Jackie of the Carolinas. How you doing, darling? This is wild. All right, I might tweet it. I think I should tweet at CryptoFace and be like, yo, is this right? Oh, a whole other mess of charts. No wonder my computer was lagging. Oh, and those are the ones I had planned on looking at. Rip. Okay. Close some of that. I haven't had music on this whole time. Oh well. Not a big deal. This is weird. Yeah, this seems super rare. I am literally going to tweet about it, because if I don't tweet, someone else will tweet. No. Maybe they will. Let me see. I want to tag CryptoFace. There we go. There we are. Obviously, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. I tweet a lot of good stuff. He did a stream. Okay, so he already saw this. I didn't see this, though. And now we have 3. So that's pretty spicy. 3 days to go. So I got totally sidetracked tweeting and thinking about this. So in general, what I've seen other people use in the past, and again, I don't use this that much. It's not that it isn't good or something. I just am not as familiar. Very more comfortable in some other analyses. But people look for 4 yellow X's. Now, on the weekly, we've never had yellow X's, but let's see, maybe the daily we can find somewhere where we've seen 4 yellow X's in a downtrend. Actually, okay, looking back to 2021, summer, on the day, 1, 2, 3, that was the bottom. Interesting. I'm just doing some kind of like freestyle here. I don't know what I'm gonna find. Okay, looking at 2018's bear market, 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's only 3 we're looking for. I guess we did have a 4th one here, and then right afterwards we shot up back above those this like moving EMA ribbon. 1, 2, 3. Consolidate 4. Maybe we're looking for 4. I don't know. I've just heard 4 for some reason. I'm not sure where that came from. Maybe just watching CryptoFace. Pretty cool. I don't want to. I could just stare at that all day because that's just how nerdy I am with the charts. But we'll move it along. What else do we have to look at? Oil. Crude oil inventories are going to be out in 45 minutes. Is what it is. Fed scammed us. They rugged us, man. What's up, Jeff Seymour? The Fed is shaking the tree. True that. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you, brother. Soul Extender. 4 yellow. Sell exhaustion, but on the weekly? Question mark. We have 3. 3. B-mill. More than 2 yellow X means seller exhaustion. Okay, cool. I like it. Yo, Mr. Techno Goody. Good to see you, brother. Good to have you here. Trading is like working out in the gym. Gotta stick with what works. True. And you gotta mix it up. You can't stay static. Or else you won't make progress. Gotta go. See you later, not me. But everyone stay safe out there. I like those. Yeah, good energy. Good energy. This is a pretty bloody day. I'm surprised people aren't freaking out, being more toxic. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming in here. Keeping it calm, keeping it rational with me. Win or lose. What's up, Mang? Anonymous. AGIX did 100% last day, though. Is it down 90% now? Oh, crap. I forgot the music's probably up way too loud. My bad. Womp. Did we just lose a lot of viewers? Some, not a lot. Cool. We still have like 500, 600. We only have 300 likes. I'm not going to lie. That's pathetic. You all are awesome. I love you all, but that's like pathetically low. It's awful. I choose to believe it's 420. Nice. Nice. You guys came hard. Came hard on that tweet. I like it. Giggity. Watch out, guys. Definitely watch out. On Twitter, even on other platforms, watch out for fake accounts. I only follow 200 people on Twitter just because, I don't know, I like to keep my feed very clean. I'm probably not going to follow you on Twitter, and you almost certainly will get followed if you interact with me on Twitter by one of the bots that copies my accounts, and they'll probably message you on Twitter. I will never DM you on Twitter. If you ever don't know, come into the Discord, ask me. The answer is no, but be careful. They are wild, those bots. They will not leave my account alone, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's pretty annoying. I could just not tweet. That's the only recourse I have, is like I could just not ever tweet. But look at, I'm gonna show you guys what I see. That's not a good one. They're so crafty. See? I'm gonna make sure nothing comes up. This is what I see. This is why it's so triggering. Like on my tweet, they can comment and then like block me or limit my view of it so that I can't see it. So I don't know what account it is. I don't know what they're saying. I literally can't see. Like, look at this. Look at how many there are on just this stream's tweet. Isn't this bonkers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's like 20 of them on this stream. So from this morning live tweet. Stupid. Prizy Janza Morta. Thank you for subscribing. Good to have you. Good to have you here. Not many new subscribers today, it seems, but YouTube's been lying to me. And we choose to live in our own reality, where there's more subscribers. It's no bra day. Word. I'm not wearing one. Let's go. What's up, Michael Norris? It's out of control. Rahul. What's up, bro? Make it so nobody can comment. Yeah, but then what's the point of Twitter? Like, it's just... It's stupid. If Twitter isn't going to do anything about it and I don't have the ability to do anything about it, like, what's the point? I don't know. All I can do is, like, tell you guys over and over again, beware of scams. If you're in crypto, it's not like that won't happen to me thing. It's just how long will it take till scammers contact you? They will. Do you think Musk will fix the bot issue? To be honest, the bot issue is not simple to fix. The best, free the boobs. The best solution I've heard actually was from Michael Saylor, which is essentially you charge a micro cost, like a micro transaction for tweeting and replying. And when I say micro transaction, like fractions of a penny. And so the average user basically doesn't impact them, because you probably could, like, this is all in theory, tweet for a year for like less than $1 or something. But what happens is then these scams, they end up paying. So, like, they end up paying a lot, because you can see every tweet I make, there's like 30 of them. So they're paying that cost 30 times. The problem, and what causes these bots to continue, is that they're making a profit, right? I mean, maybe you thought of this, maybe you haven't, but at the end of the day, that's why. It's profitable. They're not going to stop while it's profitable. If they can introduce a microtransaction that offsets that, and now it's no longer profitable, the whole bot economy thing will just collapse. It has to be profitable, or they can't do it. They can't keep doing it. Their costs are extremely low because there is no cost to tweeting or replying. That's really what it is. So Michael Saylor came up with that idea of, like, Bitcoin. I could see Elon Musk. We did see from his cell phone, unless that was debunked, talking about incorporating Doge into Twitter. That microtransaction could be collected in Doge. Be fine. Who knows? I'm not hopeful, though. I'm not hopeful. I think 50% of the internet's bots, to be honest. It's profitable for social media companies to inflate their numbers. Yes, of course. That's the thing, is it's profitable. And to tackle these problems, you got to tackle that profitability. There's no other way around it. No other way around it. And it's clearly not. It's not defined. It's not clearly laid out as to kind of. No, that I'm using the wrong words. If the platform itself is benefiting from it, they're even less incentivized to do anything about it. I don't know. I don't think it's a problem that's going away soon. I think it's actually going to get worse before it gets better. I think it's going to get worse. All right. So we've been live an hour. I didn't even expect to go live for an hour. We didn't get 420 likes. And for that, I'm very disappointed. But you know what? I love you all, fam. That's okay. Guys, there's still time. Let's see if I can load this. We can get 420 likes next time. We'll get our license again next stream, which should be pretty soon. But there's still time. Our new sponsor, check them out, BingX. They've been in the crypto space a long time. They really haven't done a lot of marketing, so you probably haven't heard of them specifically in the US, but they have passed the vetting process. Like everything, guys, it's a centralized platform. There is risk. Doesn't matter what vetting they pass, what regulations they have. All centralized platforms have risk, so practice risk management, as we do everywhere. But there's still time to sign up. The first 100 signups as like a giveaway kickoff promotion with BingX as a sponsor. You get $100 trading bonus to trade with, so you don't have to deposit like with the typical bonuses, just the first 100 signups. So go check out the platform. There is a room in our Discord where you can talk directly to their support staff members, which is a cool feature as well. So if anything goes wrong, you'll have someone to talk to. You don't have to email or whatever, horror story. But yeah, sign up, check out the platform. You got $100 to trade with. It's limited. It's giving away, I think, a grand total of 10K or something. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I dig it. Shout out to them. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're in our Discord. Follow the live. Follow me on Twitter. You can sign up for the newsletter. Check out the links in the video description below. I'm going to be on BitBoy's AM show in a little bit here, so I'm going to run. I love you guys. As always, be good. Have a good day. If you want to check out the BitBoy show that I'm on, it's like at 11:30. I will see you there. And if not, till next time,